Hi guys, I'm Lachlan. Today I'm going to be doing some boring stuff, answering some questions that my teacher has given me. What is my product? My product is going to be an asset pack made of 3D models created in Blender with a texture provided by my teacher. It'll have things like rocks, trees, a key, and animals. What else? I think that's just about it. It's going to have, as I said, rocks, trees, bushes, animals, a few man-made things. My client, who is my client? My client is my teacher, Grant Christie. He's the one who asked me for this stuff, because I need the grade. He's up in Darwin, he's NTSTE teacher, he's an amazing guy. Why am I doing this project? As I said, I need the experience, I need the grade, and the course itself is actually going to help me go through next year. Potentially, if I go to uni, it's going to help me in my uni courses, because I'm going to go into game development, which is making games for the public to play, make me a bit of money. What did you learn in this and other subjects to help you prepare? Last year I did a grade 11 sort of version of this subject. So the last version of the subject, so last year's version. Sorry about that. That's just a bit of me mucking up. It's not deciding on what I'm gonna say. That's last year I did the stage 1 version, which is year 11 stuff. So it's slightly easier, but it's preparing you for the year 12 version. And during that course, I learnt some basic Blender skills, and over the last year or so, I've built those up until I've been able to make more advanced things. How will I decide what to make? Basically just going through lists that I've made on what do I want, what does the client want, what in that am I going to make first, what in that am I going to make higher grade, what am I going to make low poly, how am I going to make the model look with the texture that I have. What skills and tools do you already have? I've been using Blender to make them, the models in my asset pack, and just an image with a bunch of colors on it, basically, for a low poly texture. I'm gonna upload it remotely to itch.io and to my course so that he can actually get to it quicker, my teacher. What skills did you already learn in class? As I said, last year I learned basic Blender things, and this year I expanded upon my knowledge. What new skills will you need to learn? It's basically just how to upload things to itch.io. Like, that's pretty much the only thing here that I need to learn. Also a bit of time management skills. I'm horrible at that. How will you use your ICT capabilities during this project? Well, shortcuts in Blender, and taking snapshots, just screenshots, to just send that to the client so that I can get his approval, make sure it's doing good. How will you work respectfully with others during this project? I'm working by myself. I don't really need to work respectfully with anyone but my teacher, because he's looking at what I have done, telling me, good job, but here's how you can improve. And that's really the only interaction about it I have. What does your project management mean? Project management is basically, what do I need to do? Okay, I'll break that up into part A, B, and C. Part A, plan part B is actually do the stuff, and then part C is just do all the after stuff, so that's going over what you've made, having a look at what you started with, and then what you've learned over the time that you've done part B, going over how you helped yourself, how you found stuff to help you, how people around you have helped. What's next? How will you plan your time? Horribly. I will plan it by just getting stuck into work and just doing about an hour of non-stop work, getting sidetracked and playing Elden Ring, or some other game, like, I don't know, something. I'll inevitably get sidetracked after about a good amount of time, so I'll just a bit of break. How will you plan your models? Well, this is a hard one. How will you plan your models? Well, I said at, like, the very beginning of this, I said I've got a list of what I need to make and the priority of what I want to make them in. Anything else on that? No? How will you organize your files? Well, I've got files, so I've got my main file, which is gonna have this video, a PowerPoint with this video in it, some basic stuff, the questions I used to create this video, and I've got my actual object pack, which has my texture, my readme, and I've got all the model packs, model sections, so I've got things like events, geological things, man-made things, trees, and yeah, that's how I've organized it. How will you manage mistakes or problems? Well, I've not really had any problems other than time management. That's just a personal thing that I need to get better at. How will you get support from others? Well, as I'm saying this a lot. As I said earlier, I've been doing work, presenting it to my teacher, Grant Christie, and then he's been saying, good job, it's doing great, here's how you can do better. How will you check your progress? Basically just talk to Grant about it. Who's your client? No point answering that, said that earlier. What will you deliver to the client? Gonna give him the asset pack, which is gonna have, as I said, readme, texture, and then just file of the different model types. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. YouTube!